Hey everyone, TGG Gaming here with
Micheal White.
Ooh. And what did you do today?
I won the, Dreamers Minneapolis OTS.
And
back-to-back.
what did you play?
Back-to-back wins. Yeah, I played Salamangreat. So, alright. But let's get into the deck list. I played, let's see. What did I play today? I played one mirror match, 3 Sky Strikers, a Thunder Dragon, pendulums, and then other random stuff. Not very good decks. That's okay. So this deck is okay. I mean, it's fine. It reminds me of Zoo, but everyone says it reminds them of Zoo, but it reminds me of Burning Abyss when you would do the Fire Lake loop primarily. That's really what it reminds me the most of, just because you loop your monsters and whatnot. But for the list, it was relatively standard. I played one of the Will and one of the Sanctuary. I never resolved this today. I didn't even resolve half the cards. Never resolved the Fire Fusion either. It never came up. I drew it once and I discarded it for Foxy, and that was in the finals. And I still lost that game, so it didn't matter. Then I played 3 Call by the Graves. I was a little hesitant on playing this just because of I play so many hand traps, and I really don't want to shut off my own hand traps. But it came in. It was pretty useful in general, so I liked it. But then 3 at the Circle. I think I actually resolved this card twice throughout the entire event. It wasn't very frequent, but it was good. I'm foolish. This is good. I think that this deck has a lot of potential for other cards, or something that involves synchroing. I didn't play the Wheeler like a lot of people did, like a lot of lists. I didn't think that it was really that great. I think that's something that's searchable, like Backup Secretary is a little bit better. I was going to play that in this today, but I chickened out, so oh well. I played 1 Rage and 1 Roar. These cards are busted, especially Rage. Honestly, sometimes I'd rather play 2 of this than that, but it's so much more versatile. It allows you to dodge cards. When I played one of my Sky Striker matches, he activated Afterburners, and I had another back row set, so I just raged and got my monster off the field, so it dodged. That way the Afterburners couldn't pop the set card. The other 2 traps I played were 2 Rivalry. I opened this once in all of my rounds, and I never played it again. So it's a card that could definitely come out and be something that's more for consistency, or if there's a different engine or something that this deck evolves into, then this would be something that would absolutely go out. But I played 3 Lady Debug for monsters. This is pretty self-explanatory. I don't know how many times today I did the 1 card OTK with this, or I just did the Update Jammer and Transcode Talker OTK. It's broken, and there's other reasons that we'll talk about later. But then 3 Spinny, 3 Gazelle, 3 Foxy, a Falco, and a Jaguar. Pretty standard lineup here. I don't think I would change anything of it. Maybe cut a Foxy, but I don't think that it should be edited at all. Then for hand traps, which is the reason that this deck is actually viable, because it can play so many and has so much room, is 3 Droll, 3 Effect Veiler, 3 Ash, and then 3 of the fantastical dragon guy. I never opened this card except for in the finals, and that was the only time that I even played it. It's free against Sky Strikers. It just makes it so they really have to think about what they're going to do. They basically have to have double Widow Anchor set, and I mean, if they've opened that well anyways, you're probably going to lose as it is. But that's it for the main deck. If I was going to another event, we have more OTSs tomorrow, but I'm not going, I definitely would take out the Rivalries, and then I probably would cut the Fusion of Fire as well. Just because I didn't ever resolve the Will. This card's broken. I mean, it's broken, but it just never came up. I OTK'd so much more than I grinded with people. So these 3 cards never really came up. This would be in the side for sure, just for the mirror match, because it's broken in the mirror match. But other than that, I wouldn't really change anything from the main deck at this time. For the extra deck, I'll go into that next. I played 1 of the Fusion, 1 of the Mirage Stallion. I was gonna play 2 of this, but it never came up. Even today, I didn't miss 2. If I ever needed it, I could shuffle it back. with Jaguar, but it, like, the way I wanted to play this deck was rather than be focused on control, I just wanted to stop him for a turn and then just OTK him. Like, I didn't want to play a grind game with any deck, mostly because Thunder Dragons win the grind game when they get a Chaos Levineer or whatever it is. And Sky Strikers are just inherently amazing in the grind game. So I didn't want to play that with them, so I just went for the OTK most of the time. I played one Dweller. This came up once against Thunder Dragons, and it just completely shut his deck down. So I would never take this out. But and my favorite combo is the Transcode Talker and the Update Jammer. If you turn 1 put this on the field against Sky Strikers, they can't play. Like, as long as you don't set any cards to your back row, they have no way of getting rid of this, other than like setting a card with their own afterburners and popping it. But because this prevents them from being targeted, and then whenever there's a battle, so like if any of these Cybers monsters battle, because they're both Cybers, you make the attacks back to the same, so they can never get up, they never are over 1500. So they literally have no way to out this other than by making a Moral Sword, but by then you've probably drawn into hand traps, or you OTK them because, you know, this is 8100 every turn. Plus, it does an additional 1000 every time it battles a monster if you reduce their attacks to the original. So this is amazing. This is why I wanted to play the deck. But played one Borreload. I think I made it once. One Phoenix. Then I played 3 of the Balinks. I don't know how to pronounce it, but this guy. 3 always came up a lot of the time. For the situations that I did get put into a grind game, the 3rd one was always needed, especially in the mirror match. Like, it's inherently good. I played 2 Heat Leo. This card's pretty good, especially when you're clearing fields. And then the Sunlight Wolf, pretty standard for that. And then my side deck, or extra deck, no, side deck is terrible. This needed to be fixed like yesterday, but it's fine. I played 3 Ghost Ogre. Those were fine. The Prankatops were fine. Pankatops? I can't pronounce it. 3 evenly matched. 1 Imperial Order. I played the Reaper for the mirror match because it, you know, if you hit if you hit Wolf or if you hit Balinks, like, you just auto win it. I resolved it once and I won the game from it, so. And then I played 3 Summon Limit as well. I think that this is something that this deck can't play. I thought that it would be a good concept, but most of the time you don't even you can stop them from playing for a turn or 2, but you can't OTK them because you have to summon multiple times to do the OTK. So this ended up losing me the game when I did draw it, so this would definitely be changed to something a little bit more cohesive with the deck. But that's it. That's pretty much the deck list. Shout out to TGG for sponsoring me for the cards. Thank you so much for that. I don't know. It was fun. It was a good day.
All right, man. Good job again, and hopefully we'll be able to do another profile soon.
Thank you.